Hey, what's up guys, my name is Lighter. Welcome you back to this video series where we're going to go ahead and continue in building our very first game ready asset. In this video, we're going to go ahead and build the radio face. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So if we look at the radio face here, if I just go ahead and open this up and we look at our main reference here, you can see that this kind of goes slightly in, almost like a V right here, and then pops back out. But this section right here is I guess just protrudes just a little bit, and this is quite simple to go ahead and get started in doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and take our main mesh here, so our main wooden, I guess, sort of outline piece. I'm going to right click this and I'm going to go ahead and choose clone. I'm going to go ahead and set this to copy, and it's going to right click, Control and I to invert and choose hide selection. So we're only working with this piece here. And the reason I did that is I want to go ahead and collapse this. And I want to collapse this because what I want to do is select one of these pieces, maybe this one right here, so this edge. And I'm going to go ahead and choose this option that says create shape from selection. And just any old name is going to be okay for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this and delete it. With that being done, I can right click and unhide all. Oh, let's go ahead and choose unhide all. And with this piece right here, we're going to go ahead and under rendering, choose enable rendering, enable in viewport, and generate mapping coordinates should be okay. And then we're going to go over to the rectangular and we're going to set this to be a little thicker. So let's go ahead and set the width here. All right. So it just sort of protrudes a little out a little. Let's go ahead and pull this in. Okay, and let's just have take a closer look at what we see here. So if we look on the edge, okay, and then we have this gold piece right here on the outside, so we can go ahead and build that pretty easily as well. So that looks to be about it. So what we can do here is right click, convert this to an editable poly, and we can go ahead and I'm going to go up to the top view. I'm going to take all these pieces of geometry here, press the P, and go back to perspective, rotate around, and just sort of push this in to as far as I think we need to go here. So I think something like this looks to be pretty good. Let's just rotate around so we can see this top piece here. So yeah, so I think something like this is going to be pretty good. And once we've done that, we can go ahead and I'm just going to scale this inwards. So it just sort of pushes up a little. So I'm just sort of really thinking about how I would like it to appear. And this is going to act as a pretty good guide right here. So we can push this down and pull this out. All right, and let's go ahead and take these pieces and do something like this. All right, with that being said, we can go ahead and take these and deselect these ones, so we only have these polygons right here. Let's go ahead and rotate this. Let's go ahead and delete them. And then let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and reselect these vertexes and scale them like so. And again, we're going to go ahead and set the X to 0. By doing so, we can then go ahead and choose symmetry, and we get a nice symmetry here. Press the P key, and then if we'd like, we can go ahead and convert this to an editable poly. Okay, so we got something like this. And let's just go ahead and have a look at our, yeah, so this looks like it has a nice, small but tight extrusion sort of bevel here. So let's go ahead and choose to chamfer this. I'm going to say it's like maybe 2. Okay, and I'm going to go to the left view here. And what I actually want to do here is I want to take these and I want to pull these down. I don't want it to be so so intense here. Just looks as if it's a little off by doing so, and some of that will be covered up by the gold pieces of mesh here, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and take this and pull this down also. So we've got something like this. Let's go ahead and have a look at what we have here. So we could also go ahead and take these pieces also and push these up. There we go. Let's just go ahead and look at what we have here. Alright, so this looks pretty good. And let's go ahead and take these pieces and pull these down. So let's see. Take it all the way down to about here and push this down. Take this, deselect this. So I'm just deselecting the pieces that I accidentally selected there. Let's try it again. There we go. So we didn't have these selected. All right. All right, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and add a turbo smooth to this also. Let's go ahead and set this to 2. And all we need to do now is the same thing as what we just did before. So let's take this. Let's go ahead and perhaps push this in a little. There we go. And let's go ahead and clone this. So let's clone this. Choose OK. Let's go ahead and choose high selection. And we just want to take this piece, right click, convert to editable poly. And we're going to take this piece right here, I think is going to be better. And generate a shape from this. So click generate shape, press OK. And then we can go ahead. And we can delete this piece. We no longer need this. And let's go ahead and choose unhide all. And we're going to take this, we're going to go ahead and set this to radial. And let's go ahead and increase this size to something like so. And then we can push this in. Now, once we push that in, we can also take the second piece and just really have a look at how much of a lip we have here that sort of protrudes out. And looking at this, it's not really too much. So that's okay. So that means we can go ahead and perhaps scale this down a little. So it looks something like this. And great, so now it looks like we have this piece created nicely here. So let's just rotate around and let's have a look at what we have created. Let's make sure it looks pretty good. Now, I do want to fix this here. It looks like there's some issue right here. And it just looks like we just need to weld these. Maybe these was not perfectly. Yeah, it looks like these weren't perfect. So let's just go ahead and fix these issues here. So just deleting those pieces. Okay, let's invert everything, high selection. Let's take this and let's see what's going on here. Okay, so let's take this and we can delete this piece. And I think we can also delete this. And I think that should fix most of the issues. Okay, except for this right here. So let's have a look what's going on here. Okay, so this is just being pulled out. Let's go ahead and set this to be square. And okay, let's fix this completely. Let's go ahead and take all these, delete it, And then let's just go ahead. Choose unhide all, and let's just go ahead and push this back in. And then once we've done that, we can just take this piece actually and push this in as far as we need. And I guess we can just scale this down and in. All right, now we can go ahead and turbo smooth this, and it should look pretty good. All right, so now we have that. The next thing we need to do is go ahead and build the face here. So the face is going to be pretty easy. What we're going to do is we're just going to take all of these pieces and choose hide selection, go to the front, and let's go ahead and just create a simple plane. Do something like this. And let's reset this to be the center. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the same material over here. And I can go ahead and see right through this when I drag this over to 2. And you can see that we need to split this up into a few different sections here. So let's convert this to an invisible poly, and let's go ahead and choose right click and choose connect. Okay. So looking at this, it looks like this is sort of on top, and then this sort of extrudes backwards a little. So all we need to do here is take this, go ahead and choose extrude and push this back. And actually, because this is a flat face, we don't actually need to do too much in terms of any detail. Like, that is to say, we don't need to turbo smooth this and so on and so forth. So okay, so next thing is we want to go ahead and build these. If we just take this back to see-through, we see we have these pieces right here. And then these sort of buttons just sort of lay on top. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to go ahead and choose convert, add some connects here, and then press OK. Now I'm not too interested in matching this perfectly, but if you can get it to match perfect, it's really down to you. So I'm just going to move this back down to 0. And I'm going to go ahead and choose extrude. And just sort of push that like so. And then go ahead and choose chamfer. And now we have that piece right there. Now the nice thing about this is that we can take this front piece and convert this into a texture. We just upscale the resolution of that. Let's go ahead and select all of these, go clear all, and choose auto smooth, which should give this a nice smooth appearance, which it hasn't done, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and choose clear all, and let's go ahead and take all these pieces. Let's go ahead and take all this, deselect this one and this one, and set this to be 1, and then we set this to be 2, and then this one to be 1. So that better represents the overall shape. Let's go ahead and choose unhide all, and now you can see that now we have this shape, and we can just go ahead and push this into position here. Now I'm also just going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to move this forward just a little, something like so. And that appears to be pretty good. Now, it does appear, if we look at our reference, that this sort of bends a little. And yeah, so what we're going to do here with this, to get that effect, is we're just going to take this bottom piece. So I'm just going to take this piece, I'm going to bend this forward, like so. I'm going to take these pieces, and let's see, if we twist these forward just a little, will that give us what we're looking for? It looks like it may. All right, so now it looks like it's sort of bent forward and it looks pretty good. So let's take this, let's go ahead and set this to be black. And let's go ahead and actually let's select everything and set this to be black. And yeah, so now we've gone ahead and we built the front face of our radio. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and add the dials and the buttons. So until then, I'd like to thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye for now.